Hello and welcome once more. It's the first day of the third test match, the third and final test of this series. Pakistan against New Zealand. Sean Properties presents the Hire Cup and we are at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
The toss has come down the way of Misbahs and he's very happy about that because Pakistan, no surprises, going to bat first.
As Danny Morrison says, no surprise, whoever wins the toss decides to bat. There are the two teams. Pakistan, two changes for them. Mohammad Hafeez coming back into the side for his fourth test match in place of Ehsan Adil, who's got a side strain. And Mohammad Hafeez returns after a hamstring injury and also a test on his bowling action. He comes back for Tawfiq Umar. New Zealand, just the one change, that very high-profile change, with Daniel Vettori coming back into the lineup in place of Jimmy Neesham. And Daniel Vettori led the side out today for his 113th test, his first test in over 2 years.
Morning everyone, wherever you may be around the world, tuning in to this third test match here in Sharjah. Shan Masood, he retains his place. He came in side there in Dubai for the second test match. And the Professor, as he's nicknamed, Mohammad Hafeez, who's been up in the UK, went to Loughborough to bit of a break with his hamstring and to check out that bowling action, just to fine-tune a couple of things. So he is delighted to be back in the UAE and up against the Black Caps once again. He's going to have to face Trent Boult, who's searching for 100 test wickets. He's got 95 in 27 matches. Very impressive. And he'll be the third quickest if he gets there during this test. Behind Richard Hadley, funnily enough, was the quickest. And Bruce Taylor, he took 27 test matches to reach the milestone of 100 as well. Here we go. In the air and nonchalantly played with the first ball of the test match. Bazid Khan goes for 4 from Hafeez.
It just went in the air for a bit, but it's gone to the boundary. Good result for Hafeez.
And that'll race away for 4. It's got a little 2 straight here, Tim Southey. So a couple of early boundaries to Mohammad Hafeez. Short and wide, and has been punished with a square cut of note from Hafeez.
Just seems as there's a little bit more pace in this pitch. His ball's coming onto the bat and Hafeez stood up and absolutely smashed that one. Sharjah wicket, short and wide from a fast bowler. It's always going to go to the boundary, and Hafeez is cashing in straight away.
And the left-hander on strike has picked off Tim Southey at the start of the 8th.
Always looking for it, something around middle leg, and rolls his wrist on it. New ball, races away.
That's beautifully stopped. Williamson with a breathtaking effort and did it so easily.
Coming into the attack from the Sharjah club end for his first test match in more than 2 years. Here's his record.
Trying to sweep the ball, hit him on the glove. Very good start. It's a maiden from Daniel Vettori. 23 without a wicket down, Pakistan.
A little bit short, and Hafeez picks that up very, very quickly indeed and smashes it for 6. No sentiment there for the comeback, Vettori. Hafeez moves along now to 26. It's 34 without loss. That's lovely from Hafeez, using the pace of the bowler, a little bit of width, and nothing more than a steer, really. Just finding the gap between Williamson in the gully and backward point, just using the pace of the bowler and profiting by 4.
There we go. There's the first one for the Black Caps, courtesy of Mark Craig up against a left-hander again. He's done the trick.
That one straight through. Shan Masood beaten. Good delivery. Just skidded a bit. Beat the defensive stroke of Shan Masood. The timber knocked back. The death knell sounded. And Shan Masood is on his way. Pakistan have lost their first wicket. Masood bowled Craig for 12 and Pakistan are 44 for 1.
Azhar Ali, right-hander who's been dining out quite nicely as well in this series. Getting a long way outside the popping crease, as has been the norm for most batsmen in this series. Here's a handsome looking stroke to get off the mark. And it's 4, is it? Well, Mr. Acrobatics is the skipper. Brendan McCullum with a big dive. They want to go upstairs. I think it is 4.
Brilliant effort by McCullum, but I think that's 4 runs. There it is. He's touching the skirting, I may call it, or the pyramids in the advertising.
Let's see what Hafeez has got to offer. Catch it is the call. A leap, a jump in the air, almost got the better of Hafeez, but he's got a boundary. Wanted to be a little aggressive against Ish Sodhi. Big shot, big shot. Has that done the distance, has it? Yes, it's a 6. That's a good way to ease yourself into the innings and be just a little bit more comfortable at the crease.
Craig tossing that one up and it's been deposited right out.
That's gone. It's a lovely strike from Hafeez. He's looking good. Very polished inning so far. In control. The timing is good and he's enjoying it as well. 78 for 1. Kind of a headline news. Short and put away this time. He read the length early. Convincing effort from Azhar Ali.
And the first runs after lunch. And it'll be 4 of them to Mohammad Hafeez. A half-century. And what a series he's having. He missed the second test, but he's making up for that absence now. That's 3 innings in a row that he's passed 50, and that's the first time in his test career that he's actually achieved that.
This is nice, really nice. Just shows you, though, again, it highlights how good this surface is for batting on.
Down. Punch down the ground. Craig switching his line and going round the wicket. But that's 10 off the over, and that brings up the half-century stand. 52 these two have now added. Hafeez swivelling on the pull shot and absolutely nailing it. Tom Latham out there at deep square leg. He was only about 3 or 4 yards away from the ball, but it absolutely hammered into the boundary boards. That was crunched away, and it brings up the 100.
Yeah, one of his strengths, and I have to say, he has been patient. Keep an eye on this one, because guess what? Oh, it's out of here. One day is it just around the corner, and Hafeez starts early.
Tossed up by Sodhi, and Hafeez needing no second invitation.
Yeah, that's why he's so dangerous. Got a couple of good deliveries where Hafeez went back, and then he acknowledged when he got the dip right, and he just played a forward defensive shot. Now he said, okay, dare you, give it a bit of air. Go on, young man, give it some air, and he did.
Lovely use of the feet. Right out of the sweet spot of the bat, and that's gone a long, long way. Catch. But that's off the splice of the bat. Still gone for 4, but he didn't get that anywhere near the middle.
And that is beautifully put away into the gap. will find the fence. Ish Sori marginally wide, and Hafeez cashed in on it.
It's actually Mark Craig's second over from that Sharjah club end. Edged and taken. Ross Taylor takes the catch, number 99 for him in Test match cricket. And out of nothing, Mark Craig makes the breakthrough. Azhar Ali goes, and Pakistan, straight after the drinks break, have lost a second wicket.
Drinks break gets the wicket, just that one not spinning, but what a shot from Azhar Ali, reaching out way outside that off stump. Mark Craig gets his second. Azhar Ali has to walk back. He's out for 39. Pakistan lose their second wicket for 131.
Well, almost out of nothing, Pakistan suddenly have lost their second wicket. Azhar Ali departing, Mark Craig taking his second wicket of this innings, and it brings to the crease Yunus Khan. Again, a little bit of width there from Craig. Yunus Khan stretching forward, pushing it into the gap, and he gets off the mark. He's played that cut shot, the back cut, so well in this innings, Hafeez. And that's another 4 runs for him from that exact stroke. Well, it was in the air from Hafeez. It was a slightly ungainly stroke. He dragged it with lots of bottom hand, and it went at catchable height through mid-on. But it was too straight for Corey Anderson to get a hand to it.
Always knew where he was going. Mid-on was up. Fetch it from outside the off stump. Didn't middle it completely.
Oh, bad ball. Dragged down, and Hafeez was onto it like a flash. Takes him to 95.
Again, the inconsistency of the New Zealand spinners. This was a rank long hop, and just when they start to build pressure, it's way short. And Hafeez in the 90s is not going to let go of that. He's absolutely murdered that.
Oh! And now the late cut again from Mohammad Hafeez. Oh, he's played that shot well today. And he's kept Trent Boult interested all the way to the line. Successive boundaries for Mohammad Hafeez, takes him to 99. Catch it. Many happy returns for Mohammad Hafeez. He missed the last Test match through injury. He's back with a bang. It's his 7th Test match 100. His second in succession. The first time in his career he's made back-to-back hundreds. And it comes out of a Pakistan total of 159 for 2. Gone. Vittori strikes. Yunus Khan isn't sure. He's thinking about a review. He's asking Hafeez, did the ball turn too much? Well, in the end, they've made the decision to review.
Again, that little bit of drift from Vittori, getting that ball to drift into the right-hander. That seems all right. It's good. There you go, a little bit of drift back in. Oh, and Yunus has not gone for the review straight away, so he's not thinking that he's hit it.
It's just clipped the front pad. It's hit over the roll. Ranmore Martinez, the third umpire, just checking to see whether there was an inside edge, but quite clearly missed the inside part of the bat. Let's have a look at it at normal speed. He's just done a little bit for length there, wasn't he?
Just a little bit of drift in and skidded on after pitching. That's what Vittori does best. And it's 3 reds, and Yunus Khan has to walk back. What a wicket from Vittori, getting rid of Yunus Khan. There you go, Yunus Khan has to walk back. A big wicket for New Zealand. Daniel Vittori providing them with that. The drifter coming back into the right-hander. And Yunus Khan, a rare failure for him. He's gone. LBW Vittori for just 5. Pakistan lose your third. 160.
Misbah-ul Haq in his 34th Test match as Pakistan captain. He was asked the question yesterday at the press conference, is this going to be your last Test as captain?
Kiwis in the house. There's that little bit of swing. Boundary. Another one to the Pakistanis. There's a big appeal here. Watling rates it. So does the bowler. Do they want to go upstairs and review this? Keeper's got a great view of it, yeah. Now, they've gone up and the bat's away from the body. So he's thinking, has he just feathered this?
No. Very, very difficult without this nicometer.
Well, unfortunately on that evidence here, you're going to give that not out. You just can't. You can't overturn it.
That's a nice looking stroke. Wide of the extra cover fielder, down to the boundary. 4 runs.
Yeah, and then the order of things resumes. He's pulling his hair out. Trent Boult. Wasn't that bad a delivery. Just fractionally over pitch. Not much. But it didn't bounce very much either. It's a little too short. And you're up against a guy who's got 118. He goes to 122 now with that shorter delivery.
Well, there's a man out at wide long on, but Misbah has missed him. Beautiful use of the wrists, whipping the ball away. There's that fielder out at long on. And there's a cracking pull shot from Mohammad Hafeez. They've ridden the storm of Tim Southey since tea. And now Hafeez brings up the 200 in resounding fashion.
But as soon as Mark Craig is on, he wants to get stuck into him. And here's a maximum again. 50 partnership brought up in style by the professor.
12 sixes for Mark Craig.
Sorry, little breakdown there. It's a dozen, half a dozens. There you go, Baz. He has. He's got smoked. A little bit short this time, so he's gone from one end of the scale to the other. A little bit too full and allowed Hafeez to get stuck into one. And now Misbah's got down the other end and he's faced the short one. And it's gone for 4.
Just that angle across and slow pitches. You can angle the bat as well and never ever carries to the slips. Just sort of goes straight to the ground, and Misbah like that. There you go. Just a little bit of angle on that bat and it just goes straight to ground. Third man. 4 more.
Catch it. Over the top. Too short. A little loosener to start proceedings from Ish Sodhi. That's just 150 with a little freebie, too short. Customary little signal from Mohammad Hafeez. Bat up like that, little reverse style. And another milestone in this series for Hafeez.
In the air and over the head of Latham. He was in about 20 metres off the fence. If he'd been back on the boundary, it would have been a very straightforward catch. Hafeez gets away with one there, I'd rather fancy.
And possibly trying to justify this shot to his captain, Misbah-ul Haq, who is asking him to just take it easy. Still a long way to go, Pakistan, and they need their centurion to fire away. This was iffy. This could have been so much worse for Hafeez. Oh, dropped. There's clearly an edge, and Misbah-ul Haq, what a grab that would have been. Pakistani captain has been dropped. Grass, and wow, what a mistake, because he had set him up so well. He had spun one before this one. Oh, had he left it, would have gone to Ross Taylor's hand, but keeper really had to go for it.
And that rubs salt into the wounds, doesn't it? First of all, Misbah dropped, and then the follow-up delivery cut away for 4. It's the end of the over. 239 for 3. What a lovely shot from Misbah. Just punching the ball down the ground. Brendan McCullum, he's like lightning chasing after that one, but still he can't pull it in.
Must be such a relief for the batsman to find a bit pacey outfield. This outfield is a lot better than the one at Dubai. Dubai, you really had to hit the ball out of the middle of the bat to find the fence. This was beautifully timed.
He's played that late cut today absolutely perfectly, time after time after time, and he's done it again, Mohammad Hafeez.
They are on a roll of their lives.
Down the ground from Misbah. And I don't think it's gone all the way. Paul Rifle's not sure. In fact, he says it has. Just about making it over the ropes. It wasn't hit right out of the middle by Misbah, but it was almost dead straight.
Hey, even a half hit from Misbah does the job. Dragging it from off stump and hitting it straight.
And that's the 100 partnership between Mohammad Hafeez and Misbah ul Haq.
A new ball. Here it is.
This one is pulled away. And that's it. 4 more.
And just looking out from our commentary position here, Chisters, I looked down at his showed and he had his hands up in the air, couldn't see it, couldn't pick it up. Graceful and lovely piece of timing. Little swivel helped it on its way, but Ish Sodhi was throwing his hands up, so I can't see it.
Last over of the day is completed. It's a maiden from Mark Craig, his 3rd. And Misbah ul Haq and Mohammad Hafeez can walk off very satisfied men this evening. Hafeez 178, batting right through the day, only the 2nd time in his Test career. He's batted throughout the first day's play. Magnificent effort from him. Misbah happy to play support. The two have added 121 so far. But Mohammad Hafeez, the headline maker today, and rightly so.
Pakistan 281 for 3. Mohammad Hafeez, a standout, 178 not out, facing the first ball of the day and still there after 90 overs. Shan Masood missed out. Azhar Ali 39, but Misbah ul Haq with him 38 not out.
This latest partnership dwarfs all the others in the match so far. Hafeez and Misbah, the men who made their first-class debuts alongside each other way back in 1999. 15 years later, going strong with an excellent partnership of 121, which spanned 40 overs, and they're back with power to add tomorrow. The bowling figures for New Zealand: 6 bowlers used. Brendan McCullum switched those bowlers around on a regular basis, but only the 2 spinners were successful. Tim Southey really put his heart and soul into proceedings, particularly a spell during the afternoon where he ran in and hit the pitch hard. He's wicketless yet, though, and not a happy sight if you're a New Zealand supporter. But Daniel Vittoria, comeback for him, and the first Test wicket in 2.5 years.
we are here for Pakistan, New Zealand. Sean Properties presents Hire Cup, third test. We are into day 2 and action will begin very shortly from Sharjah. Right then, let's have a revisit to what has happened so far. Pakistan ended the day 1 with a good outing, 281 for the loss of 3. Hafeez has batted brilliantly, 178 not out. Shan Masood would tell himself that he missed out on a good opportunity to bat on a flat Sharjah pitch. New Zealand tried their head at almost everything. Daniel Vettori was a great story, making a comeback after 2.5 years, and he produced the best spell of the day. 1 for 28 of 12, getting rid of Yunus, and 2 to the offie, Craig. Well, it's once again a somber start to the day. Just that kind of a day where you don't want to be out there because the entire cricket fraternity has been hit by Phil Hughes's sad demise.
Emotional time for everyone involved in cricket.
281 for 3. Vettori 1 for 28. And there is protection out on the offside, and an interesting day's play, let alone this first session, Buzzard Khan, with all the emotion flying around. Edged and gone. No celebration, no emotion.
Just outside the off stump, he's rolled out up and Misbah chasing it. And that's the only emotion you saw on the field. Misbah disappointed, but nothing from the New Zealand. But Misbah has to walk back. Saudi gets a wicket. He's gone for 38. Pakistan 285 for 4.
Use of the feet because of the flight and guile at Vettori.
And that's another boundary for Mohammad Hafeez.
Hafeez at 196. He's been a bit nervous in the 190s. That one is played away towards deep mid-wicket. It will be fielded there. It's now 197. That should be his highest score in Test cricket. There it is. 197 not out in this match. And against Sri Lanka, he got 196. But our prayers and blessings to the soul of Phil Hughes. Condolences to his family, friends and the Australian cricket. I must name two persons whom I know personally, James Maxwell and James Sutherland, and everyone else. I've been greatly disturbed by this news. So have we all. 197 for Hafeez. Is he going to be out? On your way, mate. Lays it down the throat of deep mid-wicket, Trent Boult, and departs. Not much excitement for the New Zealanders. That, I'm telling you, is the mood. But that was a shot which he thought would get him his second 100. But Boult came under it. Steady, thank you very much. Pakistan 311 for 5. And Hafeez is gone. 3 short of his second century. Caught Boult Saudi. And that's out. Caught by Sodhi. And you can see the somberness there. No excitement, no celebration. I mean, Asad Shafiq departs almost unnoticed, as did Misbah. There it is, trying to sweep. Thank you very much. It's probably all that Sodhi said. And thank the Almighty for not dropping it. And Shafiq is on his way. 313 for 6. Shafiq out for 11. Caught Sodhi, Boult, Craig.
Lovely little drive through the offside. It's gone for 4. Kane Williamson couldn't haul that in.
More flight and an invite, and he says, thank you very much, I like that. Mid-off, mid-on, up in the ring, and that was crashed. That's such a confident shot, such a good sweep shot from Sarfraz. He made it look so easy. And once again, the reason of success was the way he got to the pitch of the ball. Stayed low, perfect execution. Yeah! Oh, good one. Straighter one. He's given. Wow. New Zealand hardly appealing, and it's Sarfraz, the big one that they've got. Casually pushing at a ball that straightened. It didn't spin back. Such a good ball to have with that kind of bowling action. Yeah, just a slight bit of spin, and Sarfraz was drawn out of his range and caught behind. He obviously didn't like it because he was managing stuff so well. So a bit of an anticlimax then. Sarfraz, after batting well, is gone for 15. 336 for 7. Covers the stumps. That's a mistake. Just not intelligent enough. There's a long on in position. He could have done a little bit better than that. 5 for Craig. He's been outstanding. Yeah, quite celebrations. But he knows that he's achieved something very substantial in his fledgling career. This wasn't such a smart piece of batting.
Dalla was always going to go for it once it was flighted up. Comfortable catch at long on, but Craig getting 5 wickets after being hit around the park in the previous test. Dalla goes without scoring. Pakistan 336 for 8.
Goes over mid-off. Don't think he middled it, but he'll get 4. Good positive cricket from Yasir Shah. And that's catch number 100 in Test match cricket for Ross Taylor. And Mark Craig gets his 6th. So a landmark for Taylor. And a 9th wicket goes down for Pakistan.
Funny old day, eh? And crazy old morning has produced wickets for the Black Caps and Mark Craig in particular. Not a lot of emotion out there from the New Zealanders. Wickets have been tumbling. Obvious reasons. Rahat Ali goes for a duck. 9th, 1 down for 346.
Top of the shop. He has the best bowling figures in Test match cricket here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. This is the 7th Test to be played here, and the first bowler ever to take a 6-for. He could actually end up with a 7-for here. He's flogged through the covers by Yasir Shah, though, who I'm sure will be looked to be really positive now with Zulfiqar Baba for company. And that brings up the 350.
Yeah, it was a good strike there. Yasir Shah. Coach loved it.
Was that out as well? Yes, it was. I thought for a minute that Yasir Shah had squeezed it into the ground, but no, it popped up off the outside edge, and it's 7 for Mark Craig. It's his best bowling in first-class cricket. Mark Craig, the destroyer. Mohammad Hafeez, 197, his highest Test score. But Craig takes the applause, and rightly so. Tom Latham taking guard from Rod Tucker, and what a series he's had. A couple of hundreds already. Standing performance. And at the other end, Brendan McCullum, who got 2 starts in the last Test match in Dubai and wasn't able to go on with things. Can he do so now? It's a great opportunity here for New Zealand. Can they build on what their bowlers and fielders have achieved this morning? Brendan McCullum off the mark straight away. Nice friendly delivery, full in length on leg stump.
Now that is one classic cover drive. Oh, delightful. Flashed, uppish, but a spanking boundary. Oh, that's a good bouncer and a very good take. It's given as a wide, but that ball took off. Oh, that's a biggie. He starts out with a 6. Brendan McCullum. Great after building Zulfikar Babar so much. We have the result for you. It's a 6.
Good afternoon, Mr. Babar. Go and fetch it.
Hammered it over mid-wicket for a grand 6. It's another scintillating shot. This time it's a cut shot, powerfully played. We've gone for the appeal. It's a good field catch. I think that'll get him going at short leg. A mock rehearsal for Azhar Ali. Went back and hit the pad. I talked in the morning about his stance as well. Yeah, just shied away for a little bit. Well, he means business. That's gone flat. A skimmer over long off. It's a grand one. Zulfikar Babar here been taken to the cleaners. 16 so far of 4 balls. 6-4, not 6.
Rasping pull shot from McCullum, and it's gone all the way for 6. His rampage continues. It's his 3rd 6. It brings up the half century for New Zealand. They're 51 without loss. It's a top edge from Latham. Sarfraz is trying to get underneath it and does so. What a good catch that was from Sarfraz Ahmed, because long leg, Mohammad Tala was running in as well, but Sarfraz wanted it and Sarfraz got it. So Rahat gets the breakthrough.
Extra bounce at Sharjah. Just bouncer got big on him outside the off stump, didn't control it at all, and Sarfraz, he ran across and got his footwork moving there. Great catch from Sarfraz, and the bouncer getting a wicket. Latham has to walk back. Pakistan strike. He's gone for 13. 51 for 1 New Zealand.
Kane Williamson, the new batsman. He's gone to the non-striker's end as the batsman crossed while that ball was in the air. He's had a modest series so far with the bat. Here's an opportunity for him now, though, to put that right. I think that's gone for another 6. It's an uppercut. There was a man positioned on the deep backward point boundary. Shan Masood out there, but McCullum caught that oh so well. What a shot.
The extra bounce, not troubling McCullum at all. He's ridden that bounce and absolutely smashed that over point. A 6 over point with the man back at the boundary. Square of the wicket, he's strong, and look at that for emphasis on his strength.
It's a lovely way to get off the mark. Beautiful extra cover drive.
Full outside the off stump, but what a shot. Straight past extra cover. There's a ring of fielders there. He missed them all. Foot to the pitch. Just enjoying the ball onto that bat, and he's hit it right in the middle. He's certainly going for it.
Williamson uses his feet, goes over mid-on, and I think that's gone all the way as well.
Certainly moving the game along, New Zealand. Kane Williamson joins the attack, and he's hit the rope on the full. Looks like he hit the rope right on the full.
Well, Bazid Khan in the previous over was saying Pakistan should think about a third man, and that's why. They've taken one, and in fact it'll go all the way for 4. Brendan McCullum reaches his half-century in just 30 deliveries. It's the 8th fastest 50 in the history of Test match cricket. And the 2nd fastest by a New Zealander. Only Tim Southey in 29 balls has reached the mark in quicker time.
It's a big booming drive. It's 4 more. Too short again, and it's been punished to the fence, and doesn't get all of this, but he certainly gets enough of it to go for forward as Brendan McCullum.
Reverse sweep, and that's going down to the third man boundary for 4. Swept to the third man boundary.
Look at that. Wonderful stroke. So often in coloured clothing you see this, but such is his mood, he's going to play them all. Brendan McCullum.
Goes hard, and it's a blistering drive. Magnificent batting from Brendan McCullum. It's a no ball. Tala is certainly under pressure. It's a pull shot. Williamson joins the party. Tala is being cleaned up here. Scoring rate has jumped to 7, doing justice. Brendan McCullum to this pitch. This is how you should bat on a Sharjah strip. It's another short ball that's whacked in front of mid-wicket. On the pads, and worked away nicely into the fences. It ratherly misses it. Down the track, that's hammered, find the fence. Beautifully done by McCullum. Nothing is going to stop him. Beautifully timed. Pierces it. Finds the gap. The placement was magnificent. Well, somebody has got to really ask Misbah why he's allowing Talha to bowl that length when he's been pulverized and pulled into obscurity. Catch it is the call. That goes and makes it all the way. No, in fact, it's a boundary. Oh, why didn't you hit a 6? 98 from 75. 4 boundaries in that over, 18 from it, 156 for 1.
Williamson was desperate to get off strike.
Sweep shot and sweetly timed. Right then, on strike, field comes in, mid-wicket and square leg, 2 men patrolling the fence, and he works it away for a run. He takes it, he gets it. Brilliant. No adjectives are enough really to expound on what he's achieved. Absolutely brilliant innings, a master entertainer. And it shows in the workload. Magnificent batting. McCullum 100 from 78, and he now has the New Zealand record.
Beats his compatriot Ross Taylor, but still a very, very muted celebration for McCullum. What an innings it's been.
He says, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be watchful. I'm going to fat it back into the stands for maximum number 6 here.
It's the ease with which he dispatches the ball over the rope.
Becomes the first New Zealand opening batsman in the history of New Zealand's Test cricket history to hit 6 sixes. Are we going to add a bit more? Oh, not quite. I think it's just short. He's the first New Zealand opening batsman to hit 6 sixes in a single innings. And he's trying to do some more damage. Short and smoked away for yet another maximum. It's his 7th for Brendan McCullum. Zulfikar wants to go inside out, and this is stunning because there is a man back there at long off, and he's gone inside out and got leg side of the ball, considering Zulfikar is bowling left arm over as well. Extraordinary.
Yeah, flight. The invite was there, and Brendan McCullum says, thank you very much. I'm in that mood to eat you up completely, in fact. Yeah, great piece of the use of the feet, and easily done.
Late dad. Now will this be his 50? Yes, it will, because it hits the rope. He's been out of touch. He's lacked a little confidence in this series as Kane Williamson, but this will feel very, very sweet indeed.
Very crafty innings, because he's quietly gone at a strike rate of almost 100.
Williamson up against Yasser Shah. It's a nice little punch too. It's found the gap. It's raced away for 4. What a stroke. Effortless. Such timing.
Well, I think Danny has stolen the march from his captain, because we've seen so many good shots from Brendan McCullum. Well, mash this, Brendan. On a slow pitch, he's put one away through mid-wicket off the back foot against spin. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, you've got to term it as outstanding effort.
In case you're joining us for the first time today, how about that for a new record? Field well and truly spread now. In Yasser Shah operating round the wicket. Very restrictive mode. That's what he's trying to do. But McCullum, that's his answer. There's just no stopping him today. There really isn't.
Well, that's gone through. That's gone through. Is there an edge? Was there an edge? Hafeez feels that there was an edge. Yeah. Brendan McCullum raises the bat to the gallery. It's an iffy shot to get to 150, but he'll take it. And you've got to applaud and clap for the talent that he is.
Well, they've decided it's too dark to continue. Handshakes all round for Brendan McCullum, and that's lovely to see from Misbah. Captains congratulating each other, but everyone's congratulating Brendan McCullum, and rightly so. What an innings from him. 153 not out from just 145 balls. This pair, incidentally, McCullum and Williamson, have now added 198, and it's the highest stand in New Zealand Test history against Pakistan, beating the 195 by Jeff Howarth and John Wright way back in 1979 in Napier. Here's where we stand then. Pakistan began the day in control at 281 for 3. They're not in control now, I can tell you that. They lost their last 6 wickets for 40 to be tumbled out before lunch, and then New Zealand's response, an absolute blitzkrieg from Brendan McCullum, his 10th Test 100, and it's New Zealand now who are very much in the box seat. Hello and welcome back to Sharjah for the third day of this third and final test match in this series between Pakistan and New Zealand. Sean Properties presents the Hire Cup. We're at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. So So Pakistan, they started yesterday, remember, at 281 for 3. They lost their last 6 wickets for 40 to be all out for 351. New Zealand have rattled along, and with 3 days remaining in this test match, they are very much in the box seat. Remember, New Zealand need a win to level this 3-match series.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome into day 3 of this third and final test match between Pakistan, the hosts here in the UAE, and New Zealand on tour. And we've got some T20s and some one-day internationals to look forward to after this test series. Williamson 76 NO, McCullum 153 NO, and it was in a way somewhat poignant that those two should get some runs and play with freedom as they did against Mohammad Hafeez and Rahat Ali and co. Time to rock and roll for day 3. It's a very good looking surface. Later on the rough areas will start to wear a bit more, but it is, as I say, only the start of day 3. More solid stuff, and immediately runs down the ground for Kane Williamson. I think that has gone for 4. More authority from Kane Williamson, and Mohammad Hafeez, his return to Test cricket is a battle.
He's just punched it past mid-on and it's raced away. Tala needs to pitch it up.
Rahat Ali is going to start from the far end of the ground. Short and pumped. More of Kane Williamson in the thick of it. Glorious stuff.
Another lovely shot this time. Rode the bounce, just hitting it past finer of point, and it's raced away. Perfect start for Kane Williamson.
How is that missed? Has he hit it? There's a massive appeal. McCullum, length, height. I think he's hit that. I think he's got a little inside edge on this. And they'll go to, yeah, change of decision. So it's 4 runs. There you go. He goes for the short option, and maybe it's not such a good option from Rahat Ali. The short delivery. Handsome stroke to go to 98.
And guess what, Danny? Another short one. Outside the off stump, and it's been smashed. Poor bowling again, and Williamson dines out.
And there it is. What a wonderful 100, and a fabulous way to go to 100 with a classic onside Williamson stroke, and they're on their feet in the Black Caps dressing room to applaud a very emotional time between both these right-handers.
Fully deserves it. A 4th in Asia. It's a lovely picture, that one, because everyone is emotionally charged. Williamson was very close to the late Philip Hughes. The Pakistanis seem to have lost their way. Now the question mark is that this is the 5th test match that Pakistan is playing. Highest second wicket partnership. And this is for New Zealand in all matches. McCullum and Williamson there. 252 unbeaten, still going strong.
Having played here at Sharjah, I know that it can be a deathbed for the faster bowlers. That's beautifully put away. Williamson has played a special pull shot. Played it in front of the man at square leg.
Catch it!
Gone up in the air, and it's safe and sound. And it's a 4.
By his standards of yesterday, he's been quite restrained this morning, but he's still rattled along. And he continues to rattle along. Goodness me, that was hit so hard.
Now, it's such an uplifter of the mood that is around this test match. Thank goodness for Brendan McCullum and Kane Williamson. Here's some more. Holy schmoly, it's gone all the way. It has for a moment. I was just wondering if it did. It's gone over extra cover for 6, his 10th maximum, and he goes into the 190s now. Oh, yes.
Incredible shot over extra cover. Our cameramen are doing well to actually follow the ball here.
Yeah, I've said it before, and I think we'll continue to say it probably throughout today, is that free license, that freedom of not having much of a care. It just shows you when you sort of release the valve like that. Here's another boundary.
McCullum on 196. And he looks to go to his double hundred in the grand manner, and he does exactly that with his 11th 6. It's his 4th double hundred in Test match cricket. No New Zealand player has ever achieved that. And it's the 4th fastest double century of all time. Only Nathan Astle and 2 occasions for Virender Sehwag have ever been quicker. Danny Morrison, you run out of superlatives.
Dancing down the track, closer to the ball. Wonderful position, head down, watched it all the way onto the bat, and knew precisely what it is about. Getting to the pitch of it, bringing up 200 with a boundary or a 6, and emotional stuff.
Here's the ball that brought up that double hundred. I think it's still going now. Beautiful ball follow by our cameraman.
And is he bowling? After all that, and the superlatives of a double hundred, he's got knocked over round the wicket from Yasir Shah.
The ground rises to Brendan McCullum. Out for 202, bowled by Yasir Shah. New Zealand 348 for 2. Ross Taylor, who got his 12th Test 100 in that last match at the Dubai International Stadium at Dubai Sports City.
Short and pumped, and that's 4. Continues on as merry wade as Kane Williamson. It's the way to go. It's the way to play with the spin sliding on and the quick men. This has gone all the way.
Very impressive. Most runs in a calendar year in tests for NZ. He is ahead of the rest of the cast. Ross Taylor, 213, was a big year for him. Martin Crowe, what a player he was. Swept fine. Ross Taylor now more at home against Spain ever since getting that 100. That's a neat shot. Oh, that's gone up in the air. He finds the vacant acreage to his advantage. It's a big one. Ross Taylor is hit a 6. That'll get him a boundary. New Zealand have run away with the show with another massive session. 139 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Over at 13.2, so Pakistan need to improve in that count as well. Oh, that is glorious. That is absolutely spotless. Magnificent way to get to your 150. He's a great talent. And you've got to get up and appreciate the effort, especially this drive. Have a look at this.
What a lovely shot. Perfectly timed.
Yeah, that is such a neat shot. That is another cracking drive. And this time it's a mid-on push. New ball is available. And Pakistan may opt for it. In fact, they have. Right, he's played another cracking shot. between the legs of his mate.
The faster they come, the faster they go. Taylor moves out of the way and lets it go through to the boundary.
Deposited it in front of mid-on. Would you believe it? That's smashed. He likes playing that sweep shot. He is good at it. It's uppish and gone through. Gully fielder was in business for a little while. 449 for 200-run partnership between Williamson and Taylor.
He hasn't got that off the middle, Kane Williamson, off a thickish inside edge, but he's playing so well, it still races away for 4. Down the leg side, is that off the glove? Yes, it is. Ross Taylor goes for 49, and Mohammad Taller strikes. A little bit of a strangle, you might say, but they're just going to make sure about Mohammad Taller's front foot. That would really put a tin lid on things if it was a no ball for him. Oh, dear me. You just can't make it up, can you? You really can't. But that really does add insult to injury. So Ross Taylor survives on 49. And he reaches his half century. There we are. Ross Taylor, half century for him. 3 4s, 2 6s, 111 balls. And that's out of a New Zealand total of 464 for 2.
Gone this time. Gets to 50, gets out. Caught by the birthday boy.
Thank you very much. That's a very good catch by Yunus Khan in the slips. Caught Yunus, bowled Yasir Shah for 50. Taylor. And New Zealand of 464 for 3.
The left-handed Corey Anderson. Last left-hander in this innings to date was, of course, Tommy Latham. He got out for unlucky 13. And he's underway typically. Saw a lot of that too, to the credit of Corey Anderson. Picks up a boundary. He's fond of that sweep stroke.
Reverse sweep. That's gone to deep backward square leg. 4 more. The session should go to New Zealand. There's no problem about that one. 100 runs, just 1 wicket.
Start of a brand new session. Will it bring a bit of joy and relief for Pakistan? Yes, sir. What a start. And they've got the big one. It's Williamson who's been dismissed.
Just angling the ball across the right-hander, and he played that with an open face of the bat. Just one slip in position, and Yunus Khan. And listen to the applause for Kane Williamson. What a fantastic innings. Out for 192. New Zealand lose their 4th. They are 488 for 4. Daniel Vettori, the new batsman. He's got 6 Test hundreds. 3 of them have come against Pakistan. Edged over gully. Vettori's off the mark. Daniel Vettori's parents, who flew in after the first day to watch the action. It's a big one from Corey Anderson. That is out of the ground onto the road, and it's the 15th 6 of this innings, hitting with the spin, and boy did he hit it.
Oh, got it right in the middle of the blade, and he's a big hitter. He is. That's gone over that stand, trying to hit the rough patch, but Corey had opened himself up to hit it with the spin. Yeah, you could only watch it sail and go and go, and Yeah, it's out of here. New Zealand looking to whack the ball, get some quick runs. That is bludgeon. That really is hit hard.
Pulled away by Anderson. That's brutal as well. Big shout for LBW. I think the point of contact was outside the off stump. Pakistan have got a review. Are they going to take it? Yes, they are.
Oh yeah, pitching outside the off. Impact, umpire's call. So even though that ball was hitting the stumps, still will be a not out.
Oh, that'll be 4 more. Tory gets in on the action and clobbers that one away towards mid-wicket for 4. The sweep's been a profitable shot during these test matches. 4 more. Brutalised through the onside. In fact, it's gone for 6.
Big shout, very big shout. Yes, it looked out. It was tailing in, and I reckon would have ripped out leg stump.
Rahat getting the ball to come back in, tail in, reverse swing. And right on the stumps. Not happy with Tory not getting a lot of runs, but Rahat Ali strikes and he's gone for 15. New Zealand 528 for 5.
New Zealand's wicketkeeper batsman has come out, BJ Watling. And it is customary Posy at 7. Tory is always slanting in. It hit him low and was a ripped out, yeah, thought so, leg pole. First time, in real time, it looked out just like that in terms of hitting that leg stump. And there's a French cut. Take 4 and be happy. Corey Anderson. Oh, stand and deliver. Didn't get all of it, but got enough of it to Corey Anderson.
And is absolutely smashed. He's not cared about going back, he just stood up and he's muscled it. Strong boy, hits it hard.
And is he out? Yes, a Shah takes a catch, a very useful one. Had to wait for a while, steady himself, get good balance.
The fielder's position just straightish mid-wicket on the fence, and he's hit it very low on the bat. Looking into the sun.
Corey Anderson got 50, he's gone. It's 5:37 for 6 here. Yeah, he's not bad at this either. Talked about his cutting and being wary of that, but he also with the swivel pull.
Short and punished again, and Misbah. See his expressions there. Short pitch again.
Because the stage is set. Hafeez goes for the appeal, is given by the umpire. I thought the impact was just a little high. Will he go for a review? He's thinking, Watling is thinking whether that ball was missing the stumps or not.
Legitimate delivery. Looking for the pull shot, which hit him in a rather uncomfortable area. But I have to say, looking at that replay, it looks as though that's heading into the top of middle stump. And as we suspected when we saw that first replay, it's a perfectly fair decision by umpire Rod Tucker. BJ Watling out for 8 and New Zealand 546 for 7. Tim Southey, the new batsman. Lead is now 200. Edged and wide of Yunus Khan. That's what Tim Southee does, and he does it so well. And poor old Mohammad Talah's on the receiving end once more.
And he's gone for this one, but I don't know if he's got enough on it, has he? Ah, yes, he has. Equalled the world record by the Aussies of 17 in an innings. Has Tim Southee. It's 585 for 7 here. He goes downtown and goes big. There's the world record for the New Zealand side in terms of sixes hit, and what a way to bring up the total of 600 for the Black Caps. 18 sixes in an innings, goes past the Aussies, and it is 603 for 7 here. And Southee says, I'll give you a skimmer. Oh, yes. Clean.
The previous highest was 17 sixers. This is the 19th. Easily done. All that Shan could do is to look at it going over his head and over the line. Misbah says, what's going on?
A tough day at the office for Misbah Huck and Co. And that's going to be a wide. I can't give that against the keeper. Wide? Well, he has. Can't give that against Byers. Absolutely. Now the wheels have just come off a little bit here, Chisters.
And went off spinner, went further and further. That's in the air. Is somebody going to take it? Oh, he's dropped it. Zulfiqar Babar drops it. Yes, that was it. Anyway, the last ball of the over, a drop catch, 617 for 7.
Give an air, and he'll accept that invitation every day of the week. Will Tim Southee.
382 runs they've scored already today. Short and pulled away savagely by Southee. Little inside edge, and that should be a half century for Tim Southee. Dressing room must be getting exhausted, getting to their feet and clapping all the time. Going to have very sore palms on those hands, but it's fully deserved. The round of applause for Tim Southee. What a good innings. Leading edge from Southee. It's gone a long, long way in the air. Mohammad Talah's under it. And at last, something for him to get happy about. You wouldn't know it looking at his face.
Round the wicket, trying to deposit this in the stands as well. Just going across a little bit. Got a leading edge, and that'll look comfortable under that. 50. Yasir Shah gets his third. It's 637 for 8.
The spinners operating, I'm sure the umpires would be content to stay on for another over or two, but with the faster bowler coming into the attack now, they may well be inclined to take the players off. Indeed they are. So Ish Sodhi made it out to the middle, but he'll have to walk all the way back to the dressing room now. This is where we are then, with 2 days remaining in this test match. New Zealand, remember, need to win this test to level the series, and Pakistan need to avoid defeat in order to stay in third place in the ICC test rankings. Well, it's all New Zealand at the moment. They're in charge. They're 286 runs ahead. Hello and welcome to the Sharjah Cricket Stadium for day 4. An ultimate day of action in this third test match between Pakistan and New Zealand. But New Zealand can level the series and end up with a share of it if they secure a victory in this match, and they're well on the way to doing so.
Morning everyone, and welcome in to day 4 of this test match. But Sunday, now that it is day 4, and we've got Ish Sodhi out in the middle, to join Mark Craig, who's not out 34 overnight. Flash, flash hard. There's the call. Leader's clocked over now to that magical 300 mark. There he goes. He's adding to that record. There's the 20th six. Width on offer. And don't bother running. This showed, and he hardly does leave the crease.
That's the spirit with which they've approached the task. It's a big one. Oh, a long off for a gigantic six.
Catch it!
Gone. Cotton Boult. Hafeez has done it again. His second wicket. No real reaction from Hafeez, but Craig would be extremely hurt because he was going so well. Just apart from Sodhi, letting his partner know that he was outstanding. What a good innings this is, but a soft dismissal.
Yes, he mistimed it, patted it back, and Hafeez was in exact spot where that ball went. Pouched it, and he says, on your way. Mark Craig is out. Cotton Boult Mohammad Hafeez for 65, and New Zealand are 682 for 9 as Boult walks in.
Boult is the last man in for New Zealand. Big one, dismissed. Is it going to be 22nd six? It is, yes.
Ah, Zach! Out, Zach!
Why didn't he stump? He's appealed for a caught behind, and now he wants a review. Well, umpire says he heard nothing. It's not a no ball, so now we'll see what happens here, because Pakistan have appealed for a review out of his crease by a long way, and Sarfraz had time really to stump him. So if it's not heard by the umpire, the third umpire is not going to look for a caught behind. He's going to be on the side of the umpire and try to read from his angle from where he is. It is a not out now. Sodhi on 22. Oh, goes for the sweep shot. Is this taken by Yunus Khan? They go for the appeal. The finger is raised and the innings is over. Yunus Khan picks up his third catch. This was an easy grab and trying the sweep shot. I think probably for the first time in this innings against Yasir Shah. The ball jumping up a little bit more out of the rough. Yeah, hit his glove. And ballooned up in the air. Yunus Khan shouting, mine, mine, mine. Yes, baby, I've got it. So, New Zealand have a lead of 339. And so innings wrapped up in the end by Yasir Shah. Sodhi goes for 22. 690 New Zealand all out. They were fantastic. Brendan McCullum led the charge, and what a charge it was. Double hundred of 188 balls. Williamson, extremely pleasant on the eye. Superb innings, 192. And then 50s from Taylor and Anderson in the middle order. 65 from Craig. 50 from Tim Southee, and a valuable 22 from Sodhi.
Well, the least talked about this one, the better from the Pakistan point of view. Talha, very expensive, and as was Zulfiqar. Yasir Shah getting 4 wickets. Hafeez getting 2, should have got 1 more. And then 4 for 99 for Rahat. Pick of the bowlers.
So New Zealand are 339 runs ahead. Pakistan have got a long, arduous, hard road ahead of them to save this test match.
Batsmen on their way out to the middle. On the left of screen you saw Mohammad Hafeez, and on the right Shan Masood. There are 74 overs remaining in today's play and another 90 tomorrow. That's an awful lot of batting for Pakistan to get through. That's what they've got to do though, if they're going to save this test match and also win the series.
Masood, bit of pressure on him. He needs a score here. He's been bowled through the gate a couple of times in Dubai and here. Desperately needs to get a decent score in this innings. Bat time. Try and blunt the bowling and hang in and get a good score. with Mohammad Hafeez.
Clipped away by Hafeez and clipped away for 4. Did he get any bat on that? I'm not sure that he did. We'll wait for a signal. Yes, there must have been a little inside edge on it. It's nicely bowled. And it's hit Masood on the knee. Oh, he's felt that. He's down, but he's not out. Pakistan, 9 without loss. Well, he might be out, actually, you know, because they've asked for a review.
Now, sliding on. Has it hit? It's up to the umpire's call. Yes, it's angling with that to leg stump. I'm not saying it's hit leg stump pretty flush, but original decision was not out, so it comes back to the ump, and he'll stay with his call on field.
Well, that's lucky from Hafeez and unlucky for Tim Southey, because that was a really good over. It deserved some reward. Again, the movement away from the right-hander.
And this is gone. There's some outswing. Southey with a good one. Good shape.
Oh, this is terrific bowling. They're looking so menacing, these two, already. Little bit of extra bounce. Masood just searching for it. And that's a good sharp catch. It was a nice height, but it went quickly. And Southey's got absolute buckets for hands. Shan Masood out for just 4, and Pakistan lose their first. They're 13 for 1. Azhar Ali, a man who's quite capable of batting for long, long periods of time.
That's a stylish shot. He's a good-looking batsman. Azhar Ali is a compact batsman at number 3. Oh, beautifully done. Azhar Ali with a massive lack of judgment and indecision, and Boult changing his angle, bowling over the wicket, angling it in, and Azhar Ali has been castled. Another one bites the dust. This is classy stuff from Boult. Yeah, just came back with an angle, slightly and enough to hit the off stump. What a ball to bowl on a dead pitch. And Azhar Ali has been dismissed for 6, 20 for 2. Yunus Khan is in familiar circumstances. 2 wickets down for nothing. It incidentally is Phil Hughes' birthday today. Would have been 26. Oh, that's delightfully done by Hafeez. He's not even looking to run for it. Oh, got him. Has he got him? Yes, finger is raised. Yunus Khan is dismissed. First ball. He's quizzically looking at his partner. Go for a review. You've got to take a review here. It's Yunus Khan, for heaven's sake. Yeah. And I think he's got a case. It did appear as if the ball would go down the leg side and miss the stumps. Impact umpire's call would have gone on to hit the stumps. Oh, just about hitting the bails. So original decision was out, and it will be out just by a hair's breadth. First ball, leg before wicket to bowl. So a rare failure, and Pakistan down in the dumps, 24 for 3. He's done many things in life as a cricketer, Miss Paula. 800s, best of 161. A golden duck from Yunus Khan after a gap of 8 years. Goes back, cuts, finds the gap. They'll do nicely for Hafeez for lunch.
Short and pulled away for 4. There's no deep backward square leg.
Catch it. How's that?
Oh, he's just chipped it straight back. That's out. Caught and bowled. Hafeez goes. Craig strikes.
Hard to believe the wicket's fallen. So innocuous. A little bit of flight, bit of loop. And he's chipped it straight back. So he returned the favour because Mark Craig was caught and bowled by Hafeez. earlier on today. So he says, I'll return the offer. A nice chap. Thank you, Mohammad Hafeez, says Mark Craig. Gone for 24. Pakistan are reeling at 36 for 4.
Asad Shafiq. That's lovely from Misbah. Absolutely classical off drive, and even though Brendan McCullum is fully committed, he can't cut it off.
Oh, that's an outside edge for runs. Asad Shafiq will fetch a 4. Oh, marginal, extremely marginal, because had that been given, nobody would have had a query about it. It's been given as a leg bye. It was grazing the stumps down the leg side, but not really smashing them. Brendan McCullum is going to go for it. Yes, he finally decides to go for one. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Was it hitting the stumps? And, well, it is hitting the stumps, but it still remains the umpire's call. Oh, by about what? About half an inch? A matter of half an inch. Not even that. Really was lucky, Miss Boult.
Yeah!
Oh, lovely piece of bowling. They've gone for the appeal. Umpire has not given it out.
Yes!
The finger is raised. Miss Boult has asked for a review straight away. Pakistan have got 2 reviews left. Yeah, just grazed his finger, I think. Yeah, not the bat, but gloved it, I think. That was a good call then by the umpire. Yes, the finger is raised and Pakistan lose Miss Boult. Pakistan have lost a real good article in Misbah for 12. 6-3 for the loss of 5.
Sarfraz Ahmed made a brilliant 100 in the last match.
Catch it.
That swept powerfully out towards deep square leg for 4. Clobbered down the ground by Sarfraz. A little bit wider of the crease there, Tim Southey, and that's clipped through the onside by Shafiq. 4 more to Sarfraz. Lovely use of the feet again. Down the ground again. He's made better contact with this. Powerful sweep shot. Vittori's out there. It's a lovely shot through extra cover. The run's continuing to flow. He's used his feet. He's got it over mid-off. And it's gone all the way for 6.
It wasn't a bad delivery, and not far away from Ross Taylor going to hand.
Very good ball from Sodhi.
Tries to catch it. Got a hand on it. He's a tall man. It's Mark Craig, but he couldn't haul it in. An opportunity there. Tough one, though. It was always drifting away from Mark Craig. Dropped. It's bounced and gone off the blade. Ross Taylor, such a good slipper. Up. He is living with some luck at the moment. Up and over she goes. Now that is it. No bump ball. Batsman standing around, not for much longer. I think he's on his way. Doesn't want to go.
Sarfaraz Ahmed wanting to drive that. It turned outside edge, and this one is ordinary from the point of view of a brilliant slip fielder like Ross Taylor. He dropped one already, and Sarfaraz is out. Court Taylor bowled Saudi 37, Pakistan 136 for 6.
Yes, Shah, Pakistan's wrist spinner.
Catch.
Starts with a little friendly long hop, and he says, look, yes, part of the leg spinning club, I'll give you 4 to get off the mark. Hello. It's gone all the way. Big shot here now, appeal. Gone, Tucker says yes. Rod Tucker is at the top spinner. They don't have any reviews anyway, so he's going to have to keep on walking back to the dressing room. So 2 wickets, 10 runs in that over. It's number 7 down for Pakistan.
Sarfaraz gone. The top spinner. It pitched in line. Impact was on line, and I'm sure it would have gone according to the umpire and hit the stumps. So that is the 7th Pakistan wicket gone, 146 for 7. Yasir Shah out.
Mohammad Talla.
Mohammad Talla goes over extra cover. Goodness me. Well, the leg spinner dragging that one down, and Mohammad Talla clobbering it over the ropes for 6. Shout for LBW, the finger goes up. The Tory strikes, ends a troublesome stand. Mohammad Talla dismissed.
Yeah, nicely flighted delivery. The straighter ball from Daniel Vettori. Iffy. May have grazed the stumps down the leg side, but strong appeal, and Daniel Vettori has picked up a wicket in this innings as well. Talla is gone for 19. Pakistan 180 for 8.
Rahat Ali. Brutalised down the ground by Asad Shafiq.
Oh, that's beautifully placed. That is really a nice crispy shot.
Worked into the onside. Oh, Rahat's very late to set off there. And we're going to go upstairs. Oh, he was slow out of the blocks there, Rahat Ali. But it was the legacy of Rahat Ali not really backing up all that well. He was very slow to set off.
There's a close thing. Not out is the call, is it? Not out? Yeah, he just about gets a green light.
Catch it, Bez.
Acrobatics from the captain. Never really going to get anything on that. He got a fingertip and did well to do that. So the 200's up, courtesy of Asad Shafiq.
Oh. Another acrobatic effort at the boundary. It ends the over with a boundary.
This is an absolute peach. He is most this massive. And that should be it. 3 figures for Asad Shafiq. He looks to the heavens. Helmet's going to come off, and quiet little celebration, a kiss of the badge of Pakistan, the star of Pakistan, and something to applaud for the Pakistani fans. He wants some more. Here we go again. Kapila, our cameraman, is in danger. Put it down. It's not the first time today that Ross Taylor's put one down of a Sodi, the unlucky bowler. Now the scything stroke through backward point for 4. to end the over.
He's powered that out towards deep mid-wicket, and it's just over. Corey Anderson, number 34 in this match. Short ball, hooked away. Oh, goodness me, another 6. That's number 35 now. Over extra cover. 4 more. Oh, this is beautiful hitting. It really is wonderful stuff from Asad Shafiq.
Magnificent innings.
It's gone high in the air. There's 2 fielders converging on it. Craig is there and takes the catch. So the fun and games from Asad Shafiq comes to an end. 99 wickets now for Trent Boult. He's got the opportunity to reach 100 at the end of this match, and that's lovely to see. Kane Williamson, I should say, shaking hands with Asad Shafiq. The end of a great innings.
Yeah, he wasn't selfish about it. He wanted to really have a crack at it, and it was well taken because the sun was in the backdrop and he adjusted well. But Asad Shafiq, take a bow. What a knock. 137 from just 148 balls, 258 for 9.
Batsman crossed, so he's at the non-striker's end. I suspect if he plays much more Test cricket, on the evidence of what we've seen, that average is going to come down. Straight up in the air. Brendan McCullum takes the catch. How appropriate. The captain who made the double 100 finishes the match off. Mark Craig gets his 10 for, and New Zealand level the series. Tremendous performance from them, particularly given the circumstances. They were extremely badly affected by the death of Philip Hughes, but they've played an absolutely exemplary Test match. So this is what Pakistan could muster. They trailed by 339 on first innings, and they followed up with their second innings of 259. They collapsed at the top with Trent Boult blowing the top off the order. They were 36 for 4 and 63 for 5. Asad Shafiq and Sarfraz Ahmed showed some resistance. Then Shafiq and Rahat Ali took it into the last session, adding 78 for the 9th wicket. Asad Shafiq's 5th Test 100, but it was in a losing cause. Bowling figures: Trent Boult, 4 for him, taking him to 99 Test match wickets. Mark Craig picking up the last wicket to go down, finishing with 10 wickets for the match. A tremendous effort from him. Daniel Vettori, he picked up a wicket too in what could be his last Test appearance. And Ish Sodhi, expensive but 2 vital wickets for him as well. And spare a thought for Tim Southee. He bowled absolutely beautifully, particularly with the new ball, and was unlucky to end up wicketless.